Hello, hello. Well, I was having trouble getting internet, and I pulled over one more time to try it again, and this time I finally got internet. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm about halfway on the drive right now, and there's a little road construction that I had to stop for. So thank you, Lori, with It All Adds Up. I can see that you're in here. Uh, you're certainly welcome to type things in all caps if you're in here. Because it's hard to see the little writing while you're driving. But definitely welcome to you guys. I know for sure Lori's in here, so I see hers. See Carol, broke but bountifully blessed. And Lightfoot Tanisha are in. Welcome in. So I am on my way to Abilene. Welcome in P&J's Homestead Adventures. I'm on my way to Abilene to do the ministry. We're going to do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow. I have brought 6 non-perishable food bags, some hats to give away, and some toiletry items. I have gallon-sized toiletry items to give away, some blankets, and a couple of pairs of men's blue jeans and sweatpants. Just random miscellaneous things. We always give out cold drinks to them, and Mom wants to look for a few today and run some of her errands along the way. And then tomorrow we'll finish up if we have any bags left. So we're going to do half of it today and half of it tomorrow. So I'll try to get some pictures or some footage of it, so you guys can kind of see what goes on at these homeless shelter giveaways. So we're going to drive around. We have a route. Hello, Simply Jan Homestead. Yeah, we have a route that we do. We go by both Walmarts in that town. We go by, it's a town about 120,000 people. It's my original hometown, Abilene, Texas. And we go by the library. We go up and down North and South First, which is kind of the middle street of the whole town. There's a few stores and abandoned businesses that hang out. We also go by the Salvation Army, where some of the homeless stay there. We'll probably save that for last this time because we're going to do the homeless shelter, which is the Salvation Army, next time. When we do the homeless shelter, we actually have to give out more stuff. So on a normal time when we go out on the street, Mom will bring 6 bags and I'll bring 6 bags, and she'll bring 6 toiletries and I'll bring 6 toiletries. But when we do the Salvation Army, we service 35 to 40 people. So it's a lot more items, and we usually have to give smaller toiletries and smaller food bags. But we do have the opportunity to hand out more items, which is great. I've been, for the past few days, since my back got better, I've been trying to go through the donations of clothes and blankets and hats and different things to hand out. Some of the items are for next year. I did find a bag of long johns for the winter, which is great. They're already paired up. I put them in a big box and labeled them so that as I'm going through the rest of the donations, I can get organized, because I'm moving from a tiny room in my house to a big room in my house, but I have to combine ministry and my craft room items into the same room. So there may be a little downsizing on the crafts, possibly. I've got about 90% of the items out of the old ministry closet into the new ministry closet. And so that's going really well. They're actually, I hate to admit this, but there's actually some bags by the front door in my dining room that I have to go through. And I want to get all that cleared out, because literally right now I feel like I can't even really have anybody at my house, because of the piles of ministry donations. So I am going to put that on my front. Now that I've got most of my garden out, I'm going to put that to the front of my priorities, and I'm going to try to I'm going to try to work on that daily. I actually worked on about 3 or 4 bags this morning, and I'm going to leave my mom a whole bag of socks to go through. So she's going to sit there and pair up the socks. It looks like, and it's weird because we get more donations for women, but we actually see more men. So it really stinks because, I was digging through the t-shirts, and most of the t-shirts are for women, and we see more men. So it's really sad because I want to be able to help men as well. But people don't donate as much. So I did talk to the person who donates all the clothes to me and ask her for some men's t-shirts. That'll be for next time. Welcome in Tuber Chat. Hello, hello, hello. Tuber Chat is a great place to go if you want to grow your channel. You can meet a lot of people from different genres there. And I used it very much to grow Broken Hearts Ministry. So if you're not connected with Tuber Chat, go by, watch his one little video he has there, and then try to go into one of his lives and grow your channel. It's really, really helpful. It's also a great place to exchange playlists if that's something you're interested in. Matter of fact, I need to start going in there and doing that, because having 2 channels, you get the watch hours up on one and the other one goes down. You get the watch hours up on that one, the other one's back down, so it's a constant struggle to try to keep maintaining 2 channels. So if you do not currently have 2 channels, I do not recommend it. Some people have 3 and 4 channels, and there's just no way. It's just a lot of work. I try to put most of my energy into Gale Southern Living. The Broken Hearts Ministry channel was started to separate my ministry, which is my life's passion now. It's to share my ministry with YouTube in a separate place where people actually want to hear about it. And I don't know if you've all heard the story, but 2 years ago, I lost my older sister, Gretchen. She had been living in Colorado. I had not spoken to her in 5 years. And it was really, really rough because, the last thing we had was a fight. So that was really, really hard on me. And so losing someone and you're good with them right then, that is a lot easier to deal with than when you lose someone who you just had a fight with and things were left bad. So her death really, really cut me to the core. I had to take a little YouTube break. I didn't do lives for a while, didn't do videos. I really, really slowed down and tried to give myself time to heal and feel it and heal from it. And this ministry, Mom and I started. My sister passed away October 30th, and we drove all the way up to Colorado. She was on a machine. We weren't there even an hour when they were already asking us if they could harvest her organs and take her off the thing and all the stuff. And I was like, not ready to deal with it yet. And yeah, so it was rough. But doing this ministry helps me to help other people who are like my sister. I can help someone else's mother, sister, brother, or father. And that's really all we can do. We can't bring Gretchen back, but we can do this ministry in her honor and really reach some people and let them know that they're loved. Sorry, I pulled over so I could read a couple of comments. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. Took the boss fishing. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds fun. Thank you for putting up a link there, P&J. You can type in all caps because it's hard for me to see while driving. I just pulled over for a couple of seconds. I do appreciate all of you guys in here. I'm trying to keep the watch hours up for Broken Hearts Ministry. I worked really hard to monetize this channel, and I really don't want to lose my monetization for it. And I don't really know how you lose your monetization for a channel. I know if you're not active enough on it, you can lose it. I'm going back onto the road. I just wanted to look real quick at the last 10 or 12 comments just to see what you guys were saying. I'm sorry I can't read them, but it's so tiny. But yeah, if you haven't heard the story, it's a really good story. My sister and I were very close. We actually slept in the same bed for many years. We had a full-size bed, and we shared the same room for many years. We were very close, all the way up until when I moved from Texas to Rhode Island. And I lived in Rhode Island for about 5 years, and I lived in Oklahoma City for about 5 years. And then I came back to Abilene, just near where my mom is. And I was back in Abilene, and then I moved here. We actually met online and dated back and forth. There's about an hour between me and where he was. He was in Breckenridge. I was in Abilene. And my mom lives there still, and my brother and his family. My dad's passed away about 12 years ago. Yeah, so it's been a while. But yeah, it was easier to accept my father's death because everything was good between us at the time. It was harder to accept my sister's death because things were bad between us at the last, and that was really hard. But this ministry helps heal me, and I love to remember her. When she very first passed away, I watched a lot of videos on homeless people to learn what they go through and what they need that I could help them with. And obviously, we can't drive them around town because it's not safe, and we don't go into the camps because it's not safe being two women and one of us elderly, meaning my mom, not me. Anyway, but so yeah, I'm about to pass the wind tunnels here. There's a bunch of these windmill things that they do. That's probably 20-30 minutes outside of that lane. Says I'm 27 miles away right now. So we will hand out some bags today and tomorrow. I will try to get some photos. I love for you guys to see the faces of the people that we see, so you can see where the money goes for this channel. All of the money goes from this channel goes to the ministry. All memberships, super chats, all of that, all the whole, like I've only got one paycheck for this channel so far, but the whole entire paycheck went to an Amazon order to order toiletries. I think we're sitting on about $80, $75, $80 right now. So we're about 25 away from reaching the 100 minimum to get another paycheck. So we're hoping to get one maybe by the summer. And so we'll see how that goes. And I think we've discussed it. We're pretty good on toiletries right now. So I discussed it with my mom if maybe she would just want to go to Dollar Tree and pick up some of the items that we need. Like baby wipes, and they have little boxes of snacks that are wrapped and everything, and Q-tips and Band-Aids, things to make first aid kits. We do put first aid kits in there, these small ones that we make, and we go through a lot of Ziploc bags, so we have to keep that replenished. And we do give them a spiral and a pen to be able to write in case they wanted to write their family. And we really like to put in an envelope with a stamp so they can write their family, because we do that because we were hoping, I mean, we would hope that my sister would have got in touch with us, but she didn't. So we're hoping if we provide them with the information that they'll actually write to the family. And on our mission statement that we put in all the bags, it says why we put the spiral, the pen, and the envelope stamp. It says why we do that because we're hoping that they will try give their family a chance again, and just try again. Because I mean, some things are completely broken forever, but sometimes if you give your family one more chance, they were thinking about you too, and they want to help you. So I've had multiple people tell me that since doing this ministry that they have almost been homeless themselves, or they were homeless themselves. Of course, I don't share that information because it's private, but there have been multiple people that you guys might even know on YouTube that have told me that they were previously homeless. There's somebody on the side of the road, and I'm not sure if it's cops. I'll make sure I'm slowing down, guys. Don't want to get a ticket live on YouTube. That would not be good. Matter of fact, if I end really quickly, just know that I had to. That's not funny. But anyway, hopefully they're just city workers. They're probably the workers of the windmill. But there's a vehicle on both sides. Yeah, I think they're just workers. But yeah, I know you're probably laughing at me, but I can't see that far, so I couldn't tell they were workers. But they're in these trucks with these lifts on top. So yeah, they're working over here doing something. Maybe putting in some more wind tunnels. I don't know, or maintenance the ones that are there. But thank you guys that are in here. I appreciate the watch time to keep this channel going. I do have an intention of trying to make some devotionals on this channel for myself. I also would like to schedule a live that is at a specific time, specific day, and stick with that. I can't do Wednesdays or Fridays because I already have lives on those days. So more than likely it would be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I'm thinking Monday during the day would be really cool. I don't know. Other than Butler Family Farm, I can't think of anybody else that has a live. It would definitely be like I am currently out of StreamYard time. My membership with them or my subscription just in case. Anyway, my car is loaded down with all the things um, to bring to my mom. I usually end up bringing her something too. I ask her if there's anything she needs. She actually goes through uh, more items than I do because she goes through more items than me. Somebody license, so I didn't know it was an emergency, so I kind of like pulled over real quick. Sorry. All right. I was like, please don't be the cops behind me. I don't want to get pulled over on YouTube. That would not be fun. It would be funny, but not fun. Oh, that would have action on YouTube. I guess they're pulling a car with a tow truck. That's what that was. All I could see was lights, and I'm like, I don't want to be accused of getting pulled over and not pulling over when you're supposed to, because that makes the cop really mad. So, yeah. So, I'll just pull over just in case. I don't want to. I don't want to start off breaking up back over talking to the cop. So, However, I'm sure being live on YouTube is probably not what they want to know. If you're getting pulled over, and I'm trying to figure out what it is in the back. See, but I have the back all loaded up with stuff. I have my 6 bags and then I have the toiletries and the hats down here. I have a trash bag full of socks for my mom to go through. I wanted to give her some more stuff to go through, but uh, it seemed like most of the bags that I was getting were winter clothes, and we're going into summer, so we need more like short sleeves and stuff. So I may try to get her bags to go through next time. She did offer to help me go through some of the bags, and I brought just a couple of small blankets. Even though it's spring into summer, it's still a little cool. They could always use it for a pillow if they don't want to cover up with it. They could always put it under them instead of over them, just to keep them up off the ground if they are sleeping outside. So I need to learn how to make those homeless mats that they sleep on. I think you can make them out of Walmart sets. I need to watch that. Big things. Yeah. One thing about me is I can talk, 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 talk. Uh, so I don't know how many errands mom's going to take me on. I'm hoping that my back holds up because I've been having trouble with it lately. I do get a little bit grumpy when my back hurts, so I usually don't talk or go into lives or whatever because that's just how I am. I would rather be grumpy by myself than to be grumpy to somebody else. So, but anyway, I'm excited to do our April giveaway, to the homeless. And I do appreciate the support from you guys. Thank you to the members of this channel. You are very much appreciated. And thank you to Carol for sending me $20 donation that I got to buy some food items with. So I appreciate everything you guys do. And hopefully we'll be getting another check soon and you guys can see what we bought with it. So I told mom when we get the next YouTube paycheck, I'm going to come up here and we're going to both have a basket and go through Dollar Tree and pick out items together and have them bagged up. And then we continue on it. So that'll be really cool. That'll probably be an overnight trip, I'm guessing. I mean, it's not that far, but I do not drive in the dark. And I just wanted to actually spend some time with my mom too while I'm here. So uh, I figured I'd just come up and stay the night so I'd get extra time with her. So looking forward to that. Don't know what she's planning on us to eat. I'm sure she'll probably make something and we might go out one time to eat somewhere. And who knows? I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But I'm gonna see if I can see any of the comments. But I try to make a video of all the donations I get from YouTube. And not always the ones I get from church, but some of those I do as well. And like when somebody donates 20 or 100 or whatever dollars to be in church, I'll try to go buy the items and make a video on it. I really try to do that just to show you guys, what's coming in because there is money coming in. I mean, we're pretty good on toiletries right now. The only thing I could think of I need might be some hand sanitizer for them. We give them those little bottles. I give them the little bottles of hand sanitizer from Dollar Tree where you get 2 in 1 pack for $1.25. And I'll occasionally buy a big thing and bag it up, but that just seems like it's way too much work. I want to pull over a little bit and let this guy get by me. He looks like he's in more of a hurry than I am. He's probably a working guy, and I'm gonna go ahead and let the next one by me too, because you know these guys in these big trucks in Texas, they're in a hurry, and they're usually going to work or going to a service call or something, and they're always in a hurry. So I don't have any problem pulling over and just letting them by me. You know, I don't want to go the speed they're going, and a lot of times I don't. I just go the speed I'm comfortable. I don't try to rush for other people, and I don't mind pulling over to left. I That's pretty common for me to do. Um, Cows. There's not a whole lot to see on the way. There's a few houses. There's farms. There's fields of you know crops. Lots of trees and fences. Horses, cows. Not really gardens. It's more like plowed fields where an actual bigger farmer is plowing. Like this field right here is plowed all the way. He's going to plant a lot of something. I don't know what. Oh, the bluebonnets started. I was excited. This is my first time this year to get to see the bluebonnets on the side of the road. That's in Texas name, bluebonnets. I did actually buy some bluebonnets to plant, and also I got some bluebonnets from the IBG seed swap as well. So I actually got double bluebonnets. I still have a few more to plant. And I'm going to plant them in multiple places, and I know they will drop their seed. So I put some in the very back of the yard in the area I'm going to try to determine to be a wild garden back there behind the wild garden. I dropped some seed of things that I want to spread and kind of grow wild. So we're going to see. It's a test. I'm just testing it out. But I did put a few bluebonnets back there, hoping that maybe I'll get some bluebonnets. I think I might have put mullein, maybe some sunflowers, maybe some marigolds. What else? Oh, and I added a few brown cherries because I thought, wouldn't it be neat to have a wild area of brown cherries? Because if I could get them established in a different place than where they are, then maybe I could use that strip for something else. Because the brown cherries will drop their seed and come back. So if I could get them established, I can use that bed for something else. Of course, the brown cherries are going to try to come back and bed there. But yeah, I'm hoping I get brown cherries this year. There's some green coming up, but they're not really big enough to see if they're for sure brown cherries yet. It's not big enough to do the Google lens to check it yet. And there's a section that might be dill. And then right in between the brown cherries and the dill, I planted a few sorghum plants there because people were telling me that the roots get 6 to 13 feet deep. So I thought they needed to be in the ground. So I went ahead and left the ones in the bucket. I think I'm going to go ahead and just let it grow there. And then if it does get to be a pretty decent size healthy plant, I may transfer it over there with the other plants. And but I think for now I'm going to leave it in the bucket because it is already up. So I'll wait till the seedling gets to be nice and healthy and big, and then I'll transfer it. Not real big, but just kind of big. Maybe at least 4 inches would be nice to transfer. So I did pull up. Sorry. I did pull up about 20, 25 sunflowers yesterday that were in the wrong spot. And I just threw them into a compost of an area I'm going to plant just to use that healthy plant material to establish a new. But anyway, I have two beds that are specifically for sunflowers. But I try not to plant them too close to vegetables or right with vegetables because they draw some weird bugs. So I did plant some basil and some marigolds with my sunflowers to hopefully protect them from some bad bugs. I noticed that the basil worked really well last year with lots of things. So I planted some more basil, and I believe I have some basil up in one of my two sunflower beds. So um, hopefully, I tried to focus this year on a lot of protective plants, things that protect your other plants. Most of it is herbs and some of it is flowers. See if I can remember any off the top of my head. Uh, Marigolds, calendula, basil, radishes, chrysanthemums, nasturtiums, rosemary. Let's see if I can think of any more. Catmint, any kind of mint, peppermint, spearmint, all the mints. Lemon balm, oregano, I think rosemary. Those are all that I can remember off the top of my head. But I do have a video over on Gail Southern Living that's titled 21 Plants That Repel Bugs. And it's probably about 3 months ago, but it has a picture of me and it has a bunch of bugs on it. But you could probably search at Gail Southern Living bugs and it should come up. So if that's something you want to see, I'm about to be pulling into Abilene here shortly. I don't know how long I've been live, but yeah, pretty cool. So as I come into town here, there's a big, massive church here. There's a bunch of blue bonnets not blue bonnets, buttercups on the side of the road. And some of those yellow flowers, not dandelions, but the taller ones. I forget what they're called. Big, beautiful churches. There's a TSC as you come in, a really pretty housing addition where my sister used to live. And then there's a Walmart right there. And that Walmart right there, matter of fact, I think I'm going to get over one and I'm going to see if somebody happens to be standing on the street corner at Walmart, because if they are, I will go ahead and give them a bag right now, because just because they're there right now don't mean they'll be there when we go up there later. So I'm going to go ahead and double check to see if somebody's standing on this corner here. A lot of times they'll stand on the corner at Walmart with a sign. Sometimes they'll be walking away from Walmart. There's another intersection where they stand. So I try to be ready to hand out a bag as I go in town. My town's small and there's not really much people there to hand out to. I've handed out maybe 5 or 6 bags in my own hometown. Most of the time I'm handing them out. A couple of people were traveling through town and I just happened to catch them. But I do appreciate you guys who stuck it out in here. I'm coming up on Walmart here, so we'll see if there's somebody standing there. I have basically 2 corners here to look. And if so, you'll get to see me hand out a bag. See how that works. Probably won't be there because we're trying, but and it's not a weekend too, because they kind of know to try to go to these places like around the weekend. But I think we're gonna do, like I said, probably half tonight and half the morning. But we'll get all 12 of them handed out, and I'll try to get some pictures so you guys can see. And be sure to say a prayer for us to be safe, because sometimes we're trying to get to them and the driving conditions aren't always safe. And I get really nervous with mom driving, but I know, she's doing her best. And but I'm sure I would have equal amount of problems too, because you're trying to get to the people. I don't see anybody on the corner here at Walmart. No, there's nobody there. And then there's another corner right here, but I'm actually in the wrong lane for that one, but I don't see anybody there. you have to basically either pick that one or that one because there's not enough space in between to get over, especially with this traffic that we got right now. So it's like, okay, I'm getting over. I didn't think I was going to be able to get over into the other lane, but I managed to do it, believe it or not. I can't believe I used to drive in this town all the time. But now I'm kind of out of practice. But I should try to stay highly alert because, there's a lot more people and a lot more cars, a lot more stuff going on. Sometimes when I drive, my eyes hurt, so I have to stop and rub my eyes for a sec. Oh, all right. Allergies today. Allergies. Again, I do appreciate all of you. Hello, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I don't see what you wrote. I just see that you, Heather with Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. I'm trying to read that bottom name. Jamie's Country Living. I think I see your channel name too. If I didn't say your name, please forgive me. I am driving and it's really, really hard to read while you're driving. So I'm not doing it to be neglectful, I promise. It's just really hard to see. And the light, it's kind of bright out here. Bright light, bright light. Yeah, my mom lives in a pretty nice part of town. It's by the house that we grew up in. I'm passing ACU College. There's a nice pond there. It actually has fish in it and a pretty fountain. It's a beautiful campus, lots of dorms, lots of big meeting rooms and classrooms. Really nice college. I've watched it grow up over the years. We lived, several blocks behind it for many years. And mom moved in, sold that house and moved into a retirement community. And then she changed to a different retirement community because her landlords at the other one were kind of not nice, not polite, not respectful. And so she's living in a better place now. Better as far as the management doesn't try to harass her about certain things. But maybe not quite as visually nice as the other one. But I think her peace of mind is worth more than but she's fixed it up really cute. I don't know if you've seen the inside of her place, but it is so pretty. She has it fixed up so pretty. She has all these shelves with pretty little whatnots, and she probably has full-blown Easter decorations out right now. Matter of fact, hey, I'm going to give you guys an extra bonus. I'm going to walk in holding my phone and then turn it around where you guys can see her. What do y'all think? Y'all want to say hi to mom? Say yes if you want to say hi to mom. Type yes in the chat if you would like to say hi to my mama. I'm going to try to do a video of my mom like later this evening. I brought my tripod. I'm just going to get a little video of her talking about my sister. I want to try to go back and do some videos to remember her. So I'm going to do one from mom's perspective. And then I'm going to turn around and do one from my perspective and let you guys kind of hear the story from her perspective and from mine. Of course, Gretchen was her oldest daughter. So, nobody should outlive their children. Definitely not. Passing the apartments here, my sister Gretchen actually used to live in these apartments for a little while. So already, you're in your hometown, already a memory, but I like remembering her. Makes me happy. So, there's a lot of memories of her in this town, houses she's lived in, places we lived at together. We did live together. I'm actually pulling into my mom's little complex thing here right now. And We're going to surprise Mom. Here, Mom, put the camera in your face. She's going to love it. Not. So I'm not even going to grab any of my things. I'm just going to grab my keys and the phone and just take the camera right into her face and see what happens. Hopefully she won't smack me. What do you think? You think she's going to smack me for it? Hopefully she's got her face on right now, or she'll be not too happy with me. All right. Let's get the keys out. Open the door. And walk on in. We're here, we're here. I'll see her plants. Hello. Say hi to the camera. Hi everybody. Hi guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, but I wanted y'all to say hi to Mom. Yeah, let's take a tour.
Oh no, my house.
No, my house is a mess. No, it's not. Look at this. I don't know if you got enough light in here though. Oh, can you turn the TV down? Look at this. Ah, look at all this. Isn't this pretty? This is the kitchen. This looks like some food that she bought. Oh, there's the cat she painted up. Here's some bunnies. Shelves. More Easter stuff. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in to support us. Bye, guys.